of my period of membership, I think, came to an end in 2020.
Okay.
And I have determined that I would not renew my membership.
Mm-hmm.
I've given up service to the party, and I've been an advocate for since I've left school, about 15 years of my life.
Right.
So I think it is now time for me to move on.
Right. So you not renewing your membership can be taken as an exit from the party. I just want to get you clearly.
Well, in the constitution of the party is clear, and how you participate in anything is by membership, by having valid membership. If you don't have membership, then you don't have a vote.
Right.
You don't then exercise any sort of influence over the process.
Right. And as a youth leader who would have your own constituent in and out of the party, do you want to proffer a reason for doing so?
I haven't done this for, as I said, since I left school. And I have been someone who has advocated for young people from jump, because I've always believed that I think that after 50-something years of independence, we don't need to be inheriting older fights of older people.
Right.
And Guyana is at a place where post-2000 is a new era, a new time. And whilst I don't discount the efforts of those who've come before, I thank them for their service, thank them for their fight for independence. But I believe that it's time for us to chart a new course, a new direction.
Right.
More so with the emerging oil and gas economy, which we're going to be essentially putting on top of an aged infrastructure,
right,
aged laws that haven't been updated. And I think there's need for young people who, and that's why I was a part of the process, because I think it was a place for me to advance the ideas of young people, advance what I think young people were looking forward. It annoys me, sidebar, that I can't use my iPhone properly, because, simple basic infrastructure we don't seem interested in having. You can sense my sometimes displeasure when I'm at forums and I'm discussing, social media and the use of social media. People tell me about newspaper advertisement. But I don't discover there's a demographic that deals with that, that looks at that. I don't read newspapers. I look at newsroom on my Facebook.
Right.
I look at your features on Facebook. I don't read the stuff, bro. But I see it online. So I think there's need for a new direction, and I think young people are of that level of consciousness. We've given people time. So okay, you usually argue that we don't know what happened before. So fine, we give you the time to tell us what happened before. Now you've given us that historical lesson. Allow us to tell you what we want for the future. And I don't believe that there is space for us to do that in this construct. And as such, I encourage all young people, to chart your own course. There comes a time when you must decide for yourself what you want to do. I have given service. At various levels, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to service. I've advocated for young people. Everything that they've asked me to advocate on their behalf for, I've done. And I am comfortable with my efforts.
Brian, flowing from your explanation just now, you still seem passionate about national development and certain issues. So I have to ask about your future in politics, whether that's it for you, or if you are considering another political party, your own political party.
I will not be creating any new political party. I do not believe that my efforts are necessary in a new political party. I would want to say that, yes, I am out of politics.
Okay.
I'd want to say that I'm fully involved in national development. If anybody calls me to be involved in national development, I am there. Because these 3,000 square miles are untapped resources that each and every single guy can have a part to play in development.
Right.
I do not believe that the only way for us to have development is through political participation. I think people can participate at different levels. Right. All right? Al-Sop, who was one of the greatest engineers in Guyana, was a member of a political party. All right? And we have to thank Al-Sop Point for that. And there are many other examples like that of persons who were not parts of political organizations but have made significant contributions to Guyana. And I would rest those assured, young people who look up to me and who would be likely calling me when the newsroom has this out, that I am 100% interested and remain committed to Guyana's development.
Brian, my last question, and I have to ask it pointedly, whether you still support the leadership of former President David Granger.
I support Guyana's development. I believe that Guyana has to move forward. I believe that the current construct of things, as they are at Congress Place, do not bode well for Guyana moving forward. I do not believe that the PNC doesn't have a role to play, and I believe that the PP doesn't have a role to play because all these political parties have massive political parties.
Right.
So they're not going anywhere. But I do not believe that the PNC right now reflects a progressive outlook for Guyana. And this has been a problem for a little while. I mean, at my level, I've advocated for young people to be involved in the process, to know about things, not things happening and then young people are expected to defend it. That's ludicrous. You have ministerial departments where young people don't get a chance to function and get on hands experience. You know, you got everything just remains with people who were there before. And for me, that's an untenable place because you do not allow young people to have any experience. And whenever you do have an opportunity for young people to share the same space with you, it's this top-down approach. You're not equals. You must observe form and structure and the ceremony of this and that and that. Whilst I don't discount the need to understand these things, we must also appreciate that the world is moving forward. And for us to move forward, there must be a change in thinking and change in direction. I do not believe that the current construct reflects that. I'm sure many people are looking for a Congress to see what will be Congress. I don't know what will be Congress. I really and truly. I would hope that they make the right decision when the Congress time comes. But I don't believe that the current construct. I mean, you sit down in a room, the current leadership of the party, if you want to ask that question. How old are they? You look left, you look left, look right. Everybody's a pensioner.
Right.
And an example I've given to many people, I said, if you give an empty plot of land to a pensioner and to a young person, a pensioner will give you a talk about a playground or a resting place.
Right.
A young person talking about a business development opportunity. And that lies the crux of the matter. There's not a blend of old ideas and old principles and new ideas. That doesn't exist. Everybody is beyond the age of pensioners. And my grandmother used to say when the elephants fight, the grass suffers.
Right.
And I believe young people have been the grass for some time, and they've suffered. While the elephants, these older people, their whole historical fight have continued.
Thank you for agreeing to talk with me, Brian.